Nicole and I have 3 kids. We want to give them the best we possibly can, and that includes traveling. The reason we started using credit card points in the first place was so that we could take our family farther for less. We've used our points to let our kids explore the world, but we've been able to do so by avoiding one key trap.
It's a trap!
And to be honest, it's been hard not to.
It's a trap!
That's because you see it anytime you look up travel hacks or free travel.
It's a trap!
I'm talking about aspirational travel. Now, I suppose aspirational travel is a relative term. Everyone comes from a different background and set of circumstances, so we're all going to have different expectations, different aspirations. For today's purposes, we're going to use what the internet seems to think aspirational travel is. Trips halfway across the world to exotic locations in business or first-class seats. They may or may not also involve a butler. The pictures look great, the stories sound awesome, the jealousy is real. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying I wouldn't enjoy a trip like that. I'm saying that that aspirational trip would keep me from taking my family farther for less. It comes down to opportunity cost. Let's start with flights. A reasonable point price for an international business class flight can range from 60 to 120,000 points, one way. At a bare minimum, we will need 300,000 points to get to wherever it is we're going, and then we'd still need to get back. Think about what else you could do with those points. My family and I, all 5 of us, we're flying home from our spring break trip for 62,500 points. That is a domestic flight, but it's transcontinental. We're flying from Denver to South Florida. With the points necessary for one international business class set of flights, we could take 5 round-trip flights in economy. And I'm not just talking domestic flights. You can find cheap economy tickets to Europe too. But it won't be aspirational travel. But what about hotels? Well, you're going to have the same issue. Yes, you can book very nice overwater bungalows in the Maldives. They're even opening up on overwater bungalows here in the Caribbean as well. But of course, it comes with a price. And a lot of times those very nice hotel rooms have limited, well, not just availability, but accommodate limited numbers of people. You see this a lot when you travel to Europe, where max accommodations might be 2 or 3 people. So now all of a sudden for your family, one hotel room isn't enough. So now you need to have 2 hotel rooms. Yes, you still have hotels like a Hyatt Place or a Fairfield Inn and Suites or a Hampton Suites. That's from Hyatt, Marriott, and Hilton. So there are hotels that will accommodate you, but they're not going to be aspirational hotels. So do you have enough points not to just to book 1 room, but to book 2 rooms? And all of a sudden things start adding up. It's just like with your flights. All this aspirational travel comes with opportunity cost. Flights, hotels. What else could you do with those points? Where do you want to go? How often do you want to go? And how do you want to take your family farther for less? I'm sure you've heard someone say this before. Start with your end in mind. It's pretty common advice. Is your goal to take one aspirational trip every few years with your family? Or do you want to travel more frequently, visit lots of different places, and go farther for less? Now, either way, the tips and tricks that I share on this channel can help you do it. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. If you really want to stay on top of everything, click the little bell too. Then you'll get notified when a new video drops. Regardless of how you want to travel, keep your goal in mind. For Nicole and I, that means more frequent trips to different places. We don't go searching for aspirational trips. Even if Nicole says that I'm now bougie. Whatever. Avoiding the trap of aspirational travel,
It's a trap!
will allow you to take your family farther for less far more often. And for more tips on how to do that, check out this video next. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, safe, non-aspirational travels.
It's a trap!